Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you didn't know, we had a big extreme remodel on our pool, our deck area. We built an outdoor kitchen, we replaced our fence, and added a waterfall and a water slide outside. So you guys have been asking for some progress on that. This is just going to be the reveal so you can see everything. We had to do this project because if you didn't know, our home was flooded during Hurricane Harvey a few years ago. We had over 5 foot of water. We had to evacuate on a boat. Our entire first floor was ruined. If you haven't seen that video, there's a whole video about that, but we had to be rescued on a boat. It was the whole thing. It took about 8-9 months to rebuild our home after that, but the outside part just wasn't a priority. So when we moved in, our kids had a 2-story little playhouse outside. Our pool was very retro. So our pool was built in about 1978 with the home, and so it has that shape of that. And although our pool was not terrible compared to others, it is more of a retro feel than what you would get built today probably. We couldn't change the shape. We kept the shape. We did raise up our hot tub, but I'll show you everything. So we really needed to do this because the outside exterior walls along our sunroom were just still damaged inside. So outside they looked okay, and on the inside they look okay, but in between the two parts that you actually see was not okay. That wood in there was just no bueno. So we needed to tear all that out and replace that along both of the outside sides of our home. We needed to replaster our pool. We needed to redo our deck big time because that was not good with the slope, and it was causing some flooding on the outside of our home. So it was just not sloped correctly and it was cracking. So we needed to replace that. I'll show you what it looked like before we started and take you along in the entire process. So this is just typically what our backyard looked like on an average day before this remodel. We have a trampoline, we had our kids' stuff, and that's the state of our pool right before the project started. We signed our contract to do our pool at the end of March. We started April 1st, and we were told that we'd be done at the end of May, but spoiler alert, that did not happen. The very first thing that happened was this guy came out and just built the structure for the water slide and the waterfall. This all happened in a very different order than what we expected. We also thought that they would do demolition of the playhouse at the same time that they took up all this concrete, but it didn't happen that way. We had almost 1,000 square feet of concrete back here, and now we have over 1,000 square feet of travertine, so it was a big job. It took over a week for them to get all that concrete up, and at the same time they were doing the demo, another group of people came in and they did the waterline travertine tile on the inside of the pool, and they also started doing the travertine coping along the edge of the pool all at the same time. It was very strange. After they did finally get all that concrete up, they started to begin leveling that whole area, and they also raised up our hot tub all at the same time, pretty much so that we just had a big mess back there. We never knew what was going to happen next. They finished the travertine coping around the side, and they also put some mesh stuff on the slide, and then they brought gunite, a truck with gunite, and they sprayed it on the waterfall and water slide, and it stayed covered for weeks. They used sand and some other things to really level it all, and then they put down the travertine, and it really started to become transformed back there. They also redid all the drainage, which was really important to us since we had that drainage issue back there, and they graded it all really well, but there were some times that they had to do some tweaking on that. They also put some cuts inside the travertine itself to try to conceal the drains. They started framing the outdoor kitchen, and the framers came in and built a lot of the actual structure just so we could get that started at the same time we were doing the other stuff. For a while, our backyard was just a hot mess. I can only imagine what all the golfers thought when they passed by our yard. They were constantly talking to us outside, trying to figure out what all was happening. They did start raising up some portions of the hot tub on the inside, and they put some travertine split face on the outside of the outdoor kitchen, and they built that entire kitchen with like really sturdy cinder blocks to make sure it would stand the test of time and hold up well in the weather. They also hand carved the water slide. It looks really cool up close, and there's some features we didn't expect. Like the back of it is just carved really nicely, and there's even a spot on the front where it has a little fossil that he made. It's just really cool. Over time, all of our grass started to die, and our fence got in really bad shape. even worse shape than it was before all this. So about this time was when we just decided we really need to get that fence replaced at the same time, and I wanted to make our backyard larger as well because we own about 20 additional feet out toward the golf course behind our fence, and it was just really tight back there, so I wanted to go ahead and get that moved. All of our grass was just being destroyed by all the different foot traffic and the machines and everything that were back there, so we knew we were going to have to get that replaced too. So I contacted a fence company and I showed them the custom fence that I really wanted. We wanted a semi-privacy fence with a decorative top, and we wanted a more like modern farmhousey wrought iron fence instead of having the different tiered top that we had before. The waterfall guy came out and custom painted the waterfall and slide and in the grotto as well with several different paint colors. And then they also came out and remove the old plaster for the pool. This ended up being a much larger job than what they expected originally because the plaster was not in very good shape. It had been 10 years since it had been replastered with a white plaster, but not only that, it just wasn't very healthy under that as well. So it took a long time for them to remove it, and then finally the NPT guys came out to do the mini pebble, and this was a really exciting day for our entire family. All the kids were always at the windows looking. The color that we chose was aqua white mini. We were going to do aqua cool mini, but that was a white plaster, and we didn't want it to look so dirty every single time we have a leaf that fell into the pool. We'll get our trees cut back and some of these trees removed, but the tree guy couldn't come out until right after this pool was finished being replastered, so that does get taken care of a little bit, but we did want to have some shade still too, so we didn't have all the trees removed. They did several different sprays and they hand smoothed everything, and it took them about 5 hours to completely replaster the pool and apply the new mini pebble. Our pool is just slightly bigger than the average size pool, but it's not too big, although our deep end is like 8 or 10 feet, which is a little bit deeper than what they're used to doing. This is what it looked like immediately following the application, and over time, as the acid wash happens and the scrubbing happens, it does turn even more blue. This is what it looks like up close on the stairs. We did not add any glass or any pebble, and then we filled the pool, which was really exciting, and we had those trees removed and trimmed back. And then immediately, as soon as this pool was filled, we turned on the pumps and we had a problem. Apparently during the demolition, a pipe was jackhammered and created a hole, and it busted when the pipes were turned back on with the pump. Our entire new pool filled up with the most murky, disgusting water, and we had to remove all the travertine, redo all the drains, and redo all the plumbing out here. We also had the same company that did our fence remove all that old damaged wood and replace all of the studs, and then replace some of the other wood. We did get this awesome new skimmer basket that increases the flow of the skimmer, and it created a faster suction to get that pool cleared up faster. The fence company came out and put new posts out, which were really exciting. And we had new sod laid down too. We did have the fence extended back to give us that whole new area of yard to put the trampoline, and the outdoor kitchen started to look a lot better too. We have the brick up, we have new light fixtures and some painting done, and the doors put on, and the shiplap on front. We had new grass put out here, which is in a lot better shape than the other grass. And then we have this brand new beautiful area of yard out here that we were not able to have before because of where our fence was. We didn't quite get to move our fence back all the area that we own back there because of the shrub line, and I didn't want to get rid of all those shrubs since we have so many golfers outside our house, and it does provide some privacy. We got rid of all of our old patio furniture. Our pool company took some of it and we gave some away on Facebook Marketplace, and we also had all of the exterior wood replaced. We finally got countertops. We went with a black granite, and our travertine was fixed again, and over time our pool turned back to blue after many cleanings and many scrubbings. We also had most of our siding replaced at this time, and a lot of our custom fence was done, but it started to get scary because we were getting really down to the wire of when we needed to be finished. This is an up close look at how that custom fence looks. We're really happy with it, especially now that it's painted. We're glad that we went with a semi-privacy fence. That way we could still have some openness out there since we have that privacy of the tree line anyway. We got a metal roof put on, which we love. The siding was all replaced, and we washed the deck, and it was finally time to start getting all this outdoor furniture that had been junking up my sunrooms for months back out here and try to get it arranged. I was really nervous for how all this different furniture was going to fit out there. I actually used my cell phone and a picture to do a quick weird sketch to try to figure out how I could arrange it all in the best ways to promote seating, and Cruz helped. But it ended up not working out exactly how I had drawn it because it just looked really crowded. So I moved it around a lot to try to find the absolute best way to make it look open and inviting for conversation, especially when we had parties. So pardon me while I take way too long trying to find how I'm gonna arrange all this. Cruz was so cute though. He's such a good boy. I'm so proud of how well he listens, you guys. I'm really proud of him. He's getting so big. But it was a long process unboxing and moving all this furniture. And in the video, I know it really doesn't look that heavy, but it's not as easy to move that stuff out of the sunrooms as it looks on here. So I was getting pretty tired doing this all myself. Lance was actually with Evan at football practice, but I was anxious to get a chance to have some time to arrange all this in the way that I wanted. We also did get that new pool, I think it's called a pool butler. It's that stand that holds towels when people are outside. That way they don't have to walk inside to grab the towels off the indoor pool racks that we have and get the floor all wet. Our kids were so excited seeing all this coming together. I'm finally going to get to show you guys our pool remodel. So when you walk out our house, you head into this sunroom, and that's our cat Ella, who will not use our fancy litter box. Nikki does, so Ella has to come outside to use the bathroom. But first, you walk into this sunroom with a sitting area here. I think you guys have seen that before. I filmed lots of my videos over there. And then if you turn this way, this isn't always here, but Jenna does a lot of practice for her gymnastics. She also has a balance beam and another one of these mats. But we didn't have everything out yesterday since we had so many kids here because we hosted Evan's football team party. So like 20 kids were here with their families. We also have this little beach towel holder on the wall, and then we have a porch swing, looks like this. And when people are over, we have all these windows open so that if they sit in here, they can talk to those people out there too. Same with that sitting area. This area leads into the game room over there, but I'll take you guys out to see the pool remodel. I know you're always asking to see my house though, so those are a few parts of it. So this is what the pool looks like now. It has mini Pebble, not Pebble Tech, which they're very similar. It's by NPT, I think. We did the color Arctic White for our Pebble. It looks like this, nice blue, and then on the steps, this is what it looks like. And we had that party last night, and I haven't run our pool cleaner, and our pool guy comes on Friday. So right now there's a few leaves, but I'll get those later. This is our little spillover from the spa. We had the spa raised, which I'm really glad that we did. It provides extra seating over here. The spa was also raised up a lot higher, so it's a lot deeper over here, but it's not too deep. And then of course we put in the waterfall, and it also has a grotto where you can go under the waterfall there, and there's sitting spaces up there, and also a ledge where they can sit. And then they usually climb up here and jump off one of two places, the lower rock or the higher rock, which is kind of scary, but they really like it. And then we also have the slide, which they love. And the guy totally made that whole thing in our backyard, which was amazing to see. He just built a frame in like 2 days. And then they did it with gunite, and then he hand carved it all and then painted it. We also did a travertine waterline tile. We have travertine split face on that. And then this is our seating area now. So we got our furniture from Sunhaven, which we've been super, super happy with. We have 4 of these club style chairs. This is amazing furniture if you're looking for something that's super comfortable. And all the parents last night for the football party asked where we got it from. They're so, so good. And then on the tables, we have these awesome lanterns that I love. They're actually solar powered, so you just turn them on and have them sit outside in the sun, and they turn on by themselves at night, and they're super cool. And we got succulents, and this is just a outdoor tic-tac-toe. We also have a huge, amazing umbrella that goes there. It's cantilever, so it hangs over, and it's 13 feet, covers 13 feet. But we also could put it there. However, it's not here yet. It takes a long time to get it. It's from front gate, but it's beautiful. In addition to these sitting spaces, we also have this over here with another table, those lanterns, and this is that succulent plant. And one thing about Sunhaven is that their customer service is seriously amazing. I had these for like 2 months before I opened them, waiting for the pool and deck remodel to be done with our travertine and everything. They had to redo it a ton. So this table, when we opened it, the frame was a little bit crooked, if you can see. And so I emailed Sunhaven, and within like 30 minutes they had another one shipped to us. We also got these letters from Alphalet Houston, which were a big hit at the party last night. Seth Saints and a football. They were such a hit to take pictures with the boys. The boys loved it. And then this is our play set that we had before, but since we had our fence line moved back, we're gonna have this moved back some in diagonal so that kids have more room. I just haven't commissioned anyone to actually move it and unstake it. And then my favorite part of all this has been the outdoor kitchen. I love the little X detail on the side, the metal roof on top. It was so nice to have last night. I love the detail on the side as well. And back there is just where we keep all the outdoor stuff, like the surfboard, all the floats and stuff that they had out. Usually it's further back, but we did just have a party. So this is what the outdoor kitchen looks like. It has this covered electrical outlet for us to turn the fans on and the lights. Has that same split face travertine as around the spa does. And then the front is shiplap. And I really like the look of it without the bar stools, but the bar stools are really nice to have. We went with dark black granite. I wanted it as black as possible. I just like that look with the roof. And then we also got this new custom fence. It goes all the way around, and we had our fence line pushed back so we can move our trampoline over there, just so it's not blocking the pool stuff. It was a tight fit, but I like it so much better having it out there. And forgive the sod, there's been a lot of people here working, so I got to redo my grass over here, but that's what that looks like. And then I can't wait for this fence to be finished. They put in the wrought iron on Monday and Tuesday. They've been welding it off. I have these 2 lights here. I would highly recommend that outdoor ceiling fan, by the way. It really, really, really blows. More than the ones that we have in the sunroom, too. That's what the ceiling looks like. We went with a black faucet. Then this is our sink. It's nice to have somewhere to wash your hands out here. We also went with one that had a built-in soap dispenser to make hand washing easy. Down here we have storage and things. In here we have Brady's, it's like a little shark thing that you hold on to. It's like an underwater like rocket that you hold on to, and it like swims you really fast underwater. And then we have other extra toys down there. And then under our sink, we just keep extra snacks for the boys and extra sodas and things, and then some paper towels for hand washing. This is a built-in trash can. And then on this side, we have our grill, and then down there we have storage for grill stuff. And then one of my favorite parts has been this new air outdoor fridge. Everyone loved it last night. So on top you can put wine, but we didn't have any wine for our party last night since we were all outside. So we just have leftovers from on top. We had alcoholic drinks. So you can put anything up here. We're running kind of low on our stock. And then down here, we have sodas. And then all the drinks for the kids, like the boys, there's an outdoor fridge inside their game room that I'll show you later, and that's stocked with like kid drinks like Capri Suns and water and Gatorade and Body Armor and all that stuff. We really do love this outdoor fridge from New Air. Everyone commented on it last night, and the kitchen company said that they had not seen one like this before and that they were going to recommend it to their other clients because it is amazing. It gets so cold. We love the way that it looks. It's just really, really nice. I love that it has the wine drawers. So I'd highly recommend that if you're looking for an outdoor fridge to put in with a new outdoor kitchen. And we're thinking about putting a outdoor TV here, or maybe a sign if we don't do the TV, because we have 3 TVs in there, and when it's later you can see them a lot, but I think we will probably do a TV here, but we'll see. And then we're also going to install a screen where it comes down to shade, because when you're in there and looking this way, the sun is in your face. So that'll be something that we'll add soon. This is the way that the steps look on the waterfall. So the kids usually just climb up here, do jumps or whatever off there, and then if you go up the stairs, and this is all not the smoothest, but it's not super rough either. And then this is the water slide. And it doesn't look that high, but I've jumped off from not there. I could not do it. I was too scared. I've jumped off for there, and it is pretty exhilarating, more than I would expect. And then if you head over this way, you guys have seen most of this before, but there have been some updates in the game room. So this is the boys' game room. Those are their TVs and video game stations they do out here, and then our little wall sign, the world needs who you were made to be. And then we have a heater and an air conditioner. We have the Street Fighter game, and then we have a convertible air hockey and ping pong table. Usually the ping pong top is on top, but last night there were some pretty intense air hockey games, so they have it off. I'm not gonna do that right now. And then the Papa Shot was really fun. The 2 coaches from the football team went head to head over here. It was pretty intense, so there's lots of Papa Shot competitions. This fridge is also from New Air. It can hold a ton of drinks. We love it. It has a light that you can turn off and on and temperature controls, and I love the clear front. That's what's left over after the party. There was lots of skee ball games last night too, and then at night it's really cool because you can see inside here perfectly. So at night you can see all the lights from the TVs from outside. It looks really nice when you can actually see through the windows. But yeah, that's everything in here as far as the game room goes. I do need to do some cleaning after the party last night, but I'm sure you guys can forgive that. This is our pool butler that comes in handy. It has some shirts that were left from yesterday. Usually it holds all their towels, and then some extra vests and Jenna's floaties, and then on top we just have sunscreen, some extra nose clips, and bug spray. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you liked hearing about this, please click the thumbs up button. And if you're not already subscribed, you should be, so click the subscribe button. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye guys.